candy. I like to pick it. It's Detroit Pistons NBA action. We're in the Motor City, where the Pistons are looking to take on a Western Conference opponent. Open your eyes. It's time for hoops on a Thursday morning. Welcome to 2K This AM. I'm Kevin Hart. All right, presented by State Farm. Let's take a look at Phoenix's starting five. We've got Johnson. Chambers out there with Johnson. Then there's West. And it's Hornacek in at the 2. And for Detroit, Dennis Rodman is out there with Bill Laimbeer. Then there's Aguirre. Then there's Thomas. And it's Dumars in at the shooting guard position.
Well, it was a major struggle for Detroit, as you would expect, against the strong Western Conference last season. They really struggled when they went away from the East.
And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with the head coach for the Suns. He believes this game hinges on how well they can fare against the defense they're up against, a defense that coach believes to be one of the best in the league. He said, quote, "We know they are a strong unit on that end, but we still have to take it to them. We need to dictate what happens on our possessions. They want to be assertive, Kevin."
Thanks for getting back with us. On that report, Doris. Guys?
You know, it's really important not to be afraid of the defense over there. I mean, you can't be playing in a fearful fashion. You just got to pick your spots and execute.
Yeah, and be aggressive. You know, you're right, Clark. You can't be intimidated by the speed and strength of this defense. You got to have confidence and take your shots when they're there and attack the lanes when you got an opportunity. And one more foul, they'll be over the limit.
Certainly don't want to do that. I mean, you don't want to give away free throws the rest of the quarter.
Marley's checked in for Johnson. Here's Laimbeer. Again, the Pistons good for 2. 1:37 left to play in the first quarter. Hornacek outside. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound, Detroit. Straight up. Aguirre, good.
That's just a beautiful fast break.
Definitely. Textbook all the way to the nice finish at the rim.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
You know, guys, despite the fact that the Suns fell off a little bit at home last season, they hung pretty tough against the East, going 17-13 in matchups against the other conference.
The Suns making a switch here. Rambis is checked in. On defense, the Pistons. 4-point game. Fires for 3. The rebound by Johnson. Well, going back to the record, Clark, of last year, they struggled against the West, but you're right, they still had a winning record against the East.
Well, that's to be expected, Kevin. The East was the weaker conference, top to bottom. And, of course, the Suns, their style was maybe a little different for those Eastern Conference teams to adapt to. And maybe Phoenix caught them off guard a little bit.
He's one of the few guys you don't mind seeing take the 3 in transition.
The dish to Henderson. Back to Dumars. West picks him up. Leans. Pistons on D. 3-point lead. The shot's good from Rambis. Here's Henderson. 29 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Outside Dumars. Fires from 14. Now Henderson. Outside Dumars. And that's not going to go. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Pistons. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And the Suns call time.
Well, it wasn't that long ago that Detroit was the dominant team in the Eastern Conference year after year. But times change, a lot of turnover in Detroit, and they are in a major rebuilding mode now.
The Suns trailing. On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Rambis is out there with Chambers. Then there's Hornacek. Then it's Marley. And it's West in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And Steve, back to what you were saying about the Pistons, it's hard to tell when it's time to move a successful team historically in a different direction. Clark, you're part of the front office, and I'm sure you guys battle with that every day. When do you make the change? When do you stick with what you've got?
Yeah, it's kind of the conundrum. Do you jump before you get pushed? Teams get older, players get older. They did trade Chauncey Billups, and they let Rasheed Wallace go. And I think that timing was about right. The problem is that now you've got to make good choices and have your young players start to develop, and that usually takes a little longer than you want it to.
Now, they got some chemistry issues there, too.
Yeah, they did have some friction, no question about it.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Grant Hill, now 39 years of age and still playing great. He said, I've talked to former players, and the one thing they all say is, once it's over, it's over. There's no going back once you walk away. Before you turn that page, make sure you've given it your all, played all you want to play. And for me, that time hasn't come yet. I'm not even close. My legs feel good. I still enjoy what I'm doing, and my enthusiasm is up there. I'd like to be playing when I'm 40. And as well as he's been able to play, there's little doubt he can do it.
And Doris, what a remarkable story.
Yeah, an amazing comeback for Grant Hill. Remember, the ankle surgeries almost robbed him of his entire career as it was. He missed several seasons, but he's making up for it now.
A different look for Detroit. Bill Lambiz checked in for Edwards. Rodman comes in for Salad. And it's Johnson in for Dumars. .152 left to play here in the half. There's Thomas with the 3. And that one's good. Thomas got 5 now. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed. Couldn't get that three-pointer to fall. Trying to respond. Now the Suns missed out on the playoffs for only the 4th time in the last 23 years last season. And with the team getting older and no outstanding young players, it may be a while before Phoenix returns to prominence.
And, for the Suns, Clark, what do you think is their best path for them right now? Could they bounce back to where they were, you think?
In the short term, Kevin, I'd have to say no. I mean, this team a few years ago had a legitimate chance to win a title. I mean, now the talent level has dropped off, and we know you start right there. I mean, you've got to have talent to think about a championship, and it's easy to see why the word rebuild kind of floats around. I think that takes time, and that's where the Suns are right now.
And for so long they've been looking for a center. Now they got Lopez, they got Gortat, but they don't have anything around it, or at least things that they're really building
It just reminds you of how hard it is to get the pieces together to play at a high level and to have a chance to compete for and pursue a championship.
Feeds to Martin. To halt the run. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. The shot's good from Rambis.
Well, those are like free points. I mean, great effort. Stay with the play. Continue to fight.
Aguirre, good. He's got 6. Suns trail by 5. Kicks to Marley. Chambers against Rodman. From about 19 feet. And the basket by Chambers. 34 seconds left now here in the second. Johnson outside. He dishes it to Thomas. The 3 is launched. It's rebounded by West. And it's the Suns' ball. They trail by 3. The 10-footer. And it's missed off the front rim. Here is Aguirre. He's got 6. And here is Thomas. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
You see very few mistakes from him at that end of the floor.
Here's Hornacek. He beats the buzzer with a fantastic shot.
Major guts right there, fellas. I mean, that's what it takes to bury a big...
Halftime at the Palace of Auburn Hill.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Here's Hornacek.
Well, it was a terrible season for Detroit a season ago. The lone bright spot was they actually fared pretty well at home, finishing 21-20 in Detroit.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Detroit, Dumars is out there with Thomas. Then there's Bill Laimbeer. Then there's Aguirre. And it's Rodman in at the 4 slot. Well, for the Pistons, as you said, Steve, even just finishing with those 21 wins, you know, Clark is something to build upon.
Yeah, it is something to build upon. And when you've got a team that's in transition, that's in limbo phase right now, you've got to try to hang your hat on some of those positive things. And the better than 500 record at home is certainly one of those. And you always start when you're building a team, and the culture and identity is let's take care of the home court.
Offensive rebound. Aguirre. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Really strong performance by them so far on the glass.
You know, the lead they have in the rebounding category is also part of the reason they're on top on the scoreboard as well.
Here's Chambers, and he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 8. Here's Dumars. He has 6. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Nuggets fans, get on up for one of the most beloved mascots in the NBA. We got Rocky the Mountain Lion on the court right now. Give it up.
1:52 left in the third quarter.
Make some noise, Detroit.
He passes it to Aguirre. Fires it up. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Well, not a bad effort there.
He'll usually knock that one down.
Here's Hornacek. The shot no good. So Detroit will take it the other way. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Marley.
A fantastic steal. He knew exactly when to jump into that passing lane. Well done.
West gets the bucket.
They can't seem to stop anybody inside.
They got to know that if they don't make life tougher in the paint, the opponent is just going to keep going there. I mean, it's not like they'll get tired of all these in-close opportunities.
Marley against Dumars. Aguirre. Misses from short range.
He's laboring out there right now, guys. The shot has not been falling for him this quarter.
And the shot is good. And now just a 1-point Piston lead.
Well, he really used the height advantage there down on the block.
Thomas dishes to Rodman. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Great awareness by fouling on that layup. Make him earn 2 points.
Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer. I mean, send him to the line instead of giving up an easy 2.
He misses the free throw. The Pistons making a switch here. No good on the second free throw. And here are the Suns now. It's a 1-point game.
Boy, you got to love that kind of anticipatory defense.
Edwards, that's good. And the Pistons lead by 3. Here's Rambis. Working it around now. Floats one up, and that is good. 10 points for him.
Boy, this is scary. You get a score rolling like this, you're in some trouble.
Yeah, you can't leave a guy like that on an island. I mean, you got to bring some help.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. He kicks to Henderson. Pass to Aguirre. 6 on the shot clock. Bucket's good.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck. Now, while we've got a moment, we're going to send it over to Doris Burke for our Spark of the Game, presented by Sprite. Doris?
Well, Kevin, our spark of the game in this one, the stretch by the Pistons. With a strong second quarter showing by them, they took complete control of the game and have showed no let-up since. 1 more quarter to go, but they are in the driver's seat from here, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Clark, it was a scoring run that proved extremely important.
Yeah, Kevin, you know what? I think that's exactly when they grabbed this one by the throat, really seized control of it.
And you could see their energy just building as the game went on. And by the end of that run, they really took control of everything.
On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. West is out there with Chambers. Then it's Marley. Then there's Hornacek. And it's Rambis in at the small forward position. Detroit with the rebound. Thomas got 3 rebounds now in this one. Everybody's running. Hornacek covering. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
You look at what Thomas has done so far. He's got 8 points, and you can add 1 3-pointer to his stat line also.
Well, you have to like a little bit of everything in the box score for him right now. He's really had a solid game.
Here's Johnson, and it's good. Through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. A different look for Detroit. Edwards, he's checked in for Lambeer. Rodman comes in for Salad. And Aguirre's subbed in for Dumars. Can't get the and one, but they still hold an 8-point lead.
And much more aggressive play has led to more free throw attempts for them here in the second half.
You know, that's how you do it, Steve. I mean, defender pressing up on you, you press right back, get into it.
And it's the Pistons with the ball, leading by 5. Marley is whistled for reaching in. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Can't get the first one to drop.
Shooting free throw.
Sinks the second, and that increases their lead to 6. On offense, here are the Suns. They trail by 6. Latrey. Rebound by the Pistons.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
1:22 left in the fourth quarter. It's up a 3. That drops.
That's now 6 straight points off open threes. Get a hand up, fellas. Pay attention to the scouting report.
Well, you know how quickly things can go south when you start giving up wide open looks to this team. Neither team having any trouble putting the ball in the basket.
Nope, nada. I mean, we haven't seen much defense either. I mean, both of these teams really locked in to try and outscore each other.
Suns trail by 7. 3-pointer. Another 3 for Phoenix.
What a fantastic performance from long range.
Well, that's been his territory all game, Steve.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're up by 4. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, head coach of the Pistons had some words for his team over the break. His message was very simple. Pick up the pace and be extremely aggressive. He said at one point, we need to make things very hard on their ball handlers. Let's see if they can feel the heat, guys.
Even with just a little bit of room, he's going to immediately go on the attack.
Launches a three. Buries it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
I think he's done his part to try to keep him in this game. It's been a solid effort from him, guys.
Thomas down low. Hornacek covering. Shoots from the high post. Thomas, no good. Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
So that means they've got to be very careful with the basketball right now.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Now they're just trying to stretch this game out, so a good foul there, stop the clock.
Yeah, good solid foul because with the scoring time as it is, that's really their only option.
Gets the first. That gives him a 4-point cushion. Two for 2, and it's a 5-point ballgame.
With that trip to the line, he just made it a 2-possession game, Kevin.
And the Suns call time here. They trail by 5. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, what they'd like to do is get a quick shot and then go for the foul.
And then they've got to hope, Steve, for some missed free throws as well.
Dumars with it. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Shooting free throws.
Sinks the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Gets them both, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
Talk about a clutch free throw, Kev. That one just might have sealed the game.
Timeout called, the Suns. They're down by 4. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hornacek, no luck.
Not the best shot. Long range and with a defender right in his space.
And defensively, that's the kind of work he's known for. I mean, he loves to lock you up.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. Perfect from the line, and it's a 6-point ballgame.
And that'll do it, Kevin. Those last free throws were the icing on the cake.
Lambier with the steal. And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw missing for him.
Shooting free throws.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And that's an intentional foul. And he doesn't get the first one to fall.
Dennis Rodman. Shooting free throws.
Connects on number 2, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Here's Rambis. From deep. Nails the triple.
Yeah, you can tell they're getting frustrated defensively out here. All these three-pointers falling.
Yeah, Steve, they're ready to throw their hands up. You can see it. The frustration is very visible. I mean, when you spread the floor and shoot the three the way they've done here in the second half, it's really hard to defend.
And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
Well, that'll do it for us. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, Kevin Harlan saying so long. And as we end the game, we bring you our Jordan Player of the Game.